Under the tight schedule of music projects and personal commitments, SUGA from BTS has recently been observed embarking on a new path outside the entertainment stage, with a serious plan to open a beauty clinic that he has been carefully preparing for several months, beginning with the search for the right location until he finally chose a modern building in an upscale district of Seoul as the main center that will soon become the face of his new business. And in the process, he has shown the same diligence he usually displays when producing music in the studio, paying attention to small details ranging from room layout to visitor comfort to the technology that will be used for treatment, which makes many people around him see this effort as proof that his step is not just a short experiment, but truly a long-term investment he wants to build professionally. And today, renovation activities are actively taking place inside the building, with construction workers busy arranging interiors, while SUGA himself comes occasionally to ensure every progress matches the concept he envisions, from the choice of pastel-colored walls to natural lighting designed to provide a calming atmosphere, reflecting that he's not merely lending his famous name, but also directly participating in the shaping process, channeling his perfectionist tendencies into a new field, different from music, but still connected to art and aesthetics. This move is notable because the beauty industry in South Korea has long been one of the most competitive sectors, where many celebrities launch cosmetic brands or skincare lines, yet SUGA chose a different path by opening a clinic that provides direct services, which requires more complex preparations from management to medical staff. And for that, he has formed partnerships with dermatologists and beauty experts who have years of experience, ensuring the clinic does not only rely on the BTS brand, but also on professional quality. And behind the scenes, a series of business meetings continues, including legal consultations for medical licensing and administrative requirements, as well as discussions about a reservation system designed to make scheduling easy for clients, so that gradually the larger picture of the clinic becomes clearer and more structured, showing that all of this is unfolding in a realistic business process. SUGA's days are now often divided between his ongoing music activities and the monitoring of the clinic's progress, where in the morning he may be in the studio working on a track, then by the afternoon visiting the construction site to check developments, before returning in the evening for management meetings. And although it may seem exhausting, he appears to handle it with calm discipline, demonstrating the high level of focus that has always characterized him, while the neighborhood around the chosen building has slowly adjusted to the presence of workers and delivery trucks, making the street in front of the site livelier, but still within the rhythm of everyday city life. Visually, the building selected by SUGA already carries strong potential to attract visitors due to its modern, minimalist exterior, and after renovations are complete, it will feature the clinic's logo being designed by a graphic team with SUGA's direct involvement, paying attention to typography and symbols that reflect his philosophy of balancing outer beauty with inner comfort, an approach that requires time but aligns with his desire for simplicity and meaning, ensuring the clinic's identity goes beyond surface appeal. As news of SUGA's plan spreads quietly among fans and entertainment media, even though there has been no official announcement from his side, various speculations have appeared across social platforms highlighting how this step marks a new chapter for him beyond music. And within these discussions, many interpret the move as evidence of his care for healthy self-maintenance and professional skincare, as he has long been known to maintain his appearance despite intense schedules, making it natural for him to focus on a business closely related to personal care. With the renovation showing near completion on several floors, it has become evident that the clinic is approaching the final stage of preparation before opening to the public, and SUGA now often appears at the site in modest clothing, choosing humility over the spotlight, because his priority lies in ensuring the process unfolds according to plan, a behavior that convinces many observers that his seriousness is not symbolic, but a genuine step toward building something that can stand independently outside the glitter of the music stage. Thus, this moment marks the beginning of SUGA's gradual yet steady journey into a new world that is just as challenging as the entertainment industry he has already mastered. As the renovation work inside the newly chosen building continues to move forward with steady progress, SUGA begins dedicating more time to the operational aspects that will define the clinic's identity once it officially opens. And his schedule now includes frequent consultations with interior designers, medical consultants, and business managers who each contribute their expertise to shape the space into something functional yet refined. A combination that SUGA insists must be present because he does not want the clinic to feel like a sterile facility lacking warmth, but instead as a welcoming environment where visitors can feel both cared for and comfortable. And in line with that vision, he carefully examines the layout of treatment rooms, waiting areas, and private consultation spaces, making small adjustments to ensure the flow of movement within the clinic is both efficient for staff and pleasant for clients, demonstrating once again his thorough approach even in areas outside his primary profession. While workers continue with the painting of walls and installation of lighting fixtures, a parallel process takes place in meeting rooms where decisions about branding, staffing, and pricing structures are discussed, each decision requiring his input because the weight of his reputation adds responsibility to ensure transparency and fairness in how the clinic will operate. And so the conversations cover details ranging from how many appointments should be accepted per day to avoid overwhelming doctors, to the way customer service staff will be trained to treat clients with respect, patience, and professionalism, reflecting his insistence that the clinic's credibility must come not from his celebrity status, but from consistent quality delivered to every person who steps inside. During these days, SUGA is seen alternating between his usual studio commitments and these business preparations, often using the late evenings to review documents and proposals sent by his team, sometimes staying at the office longer than expected, but still maintaining a composed rhythm. And colleagues observing him note how this transition into a new role seems to energize him rather than drain him, perhaps because he finds satisfaction in building something tangible that reflects his vision of balance between beauty and wellness. Outside the building, curiosity grows among local residents who notice the gradual transformation of the structure as new signage and decorative touches begin to appear, signaling that the project is approaching a stage where its purpose will soon be clear. And passersby can already see the outlines of the clinic's entrance being prepared with a sleek design that differs from typical medical facilities, suggesting a place that blends professionalism with an artistic touch, something that naturally reflects SUGA's sensibility. Meanwhile, arrangements with medical professionals are solidified, with contracts signed for dermatologists and skincare experts who will lead the treatments offered, ensuring that when the clinic opens, it will meet official standards while also providing innovative services that distinguish it in a crowded industry. And SUGA shows appreciation by personally meeting these specialists to discuss their working environment and the support system that will allow them to deliver their best, reinforcing the collaborative spirit that underlies the project. As weeks progress, the supply of equipment begins to arrive, with advanced skincare machines delivered in large crates, carefully installed by technicians while staff from the clinic test functions under supervision. And during these moments, SUGA occasionally appears to observe, quietly attentive as he watches the technical side unfold, appreciating how each piece of equipment represents a long-term investment in the clinic's reputation. And he even takes notes about user experience and patient safety, indicating his awareness that clients will place their trust not only in the staff, but also in the technology being used. Gradually, the picture becomes more complete. The lobby is now furnished with soft seating and calm lighting. Consultation rooms are nearly ready with clean, minimal decor, and informational materials are being drafted to provide clarity about procedures and aftercare, all of which are aligned with his insistence that transparency builds trust. And by now, the entire team around him senses the momentum of an opening that may not be far away, though there is still no official date announced, leaving only the quiet yet steady preparation visible to those directly involved. The media, meanwhile, begins to follow the story with more interest, not through dramatic speculation, but through steady observation of progress, publishing reports that SUGA is entering the beauty sector with seriousness, while fans discuss online how this marks another example of BTS members diversifying into industries that reflect their personal values. And within those discussions, many highlight how SUGA's measured and disciplined approach ensures this is not a superficial venture, but a carefully planned business intended to last. By the time furniture and signage are finalized, it becomes clear that the project is moving into its final stages of readiness, and SUGA's role remains consistent, quietly balancing his artistic work with this business effort, illustrating to those around him that he is equally capable of applying patience, structure, and vision to a field far removed from music. allowing this phase to end not with spectacle, but with a calm sense of direction as the clinic edges closer to its first day of welcoming clients. With the renovations nearly completed and the clinic beginning to resemble the vision that had been carefully planned for months, SUGA's attention gradually shifts toward the organizational details that will determine the day-to-day operation once the clinic opens, and he begins spending longer hours with the administrative team to finalize systems ranging from staff scheduling to appointment booking, carefully reviewing proposals that outline how clients will interact with the facility from the moment they arrive until the moment they leave, insisting that the entire experience should feel smooth and considerate rather than rushed or mechanical. And to achieve this, he personally involves himself in discussions about digital platforms, ensuring that the clinic's website and mobile application are intuitive and accessible, allowing clients to book treatments with ease, while also providing clear information about available services, staff credentials, and post-care guidelines, because he believes transparency and accessibility are the foundation of building long-term trust in a field where reputation is everything. While these preparations take shape, the training of newly recruited staff begins in earnest, with orientation sessions held inside the almost finished clinic where nurses, receptionists, and assistants are introduced to the workflow and the values that the clinic intends to uphold. And SUGA makes brief appearances at these sessions, not to take on a managerial role, but to emphasize by his presence that he supports and respects their work, quietly listening as instructors explain procedures, occasionally walking through the space to observe how teams adapt to their roles, and even offering small comments afterward about how the clinic's atmosphere should always remain calm, professional, and attentive to the client's comfort, a reminder of his consistent approach to blending efficiency with warmth. As the final pieces of furniture are placed in waiting rooms and consultation areas, the atmosphere inside the building begins to feel less like a construction site and more like a professional establishment ready for operation, with fresh floral arrangements tested in the lobby and informational brochures laid out neatly on tables, details that might seem minor but are crucial in shaping first impressions. And SUGA notices these elements with the same meticulousness he brings to producing an album, reminding his team that presentation is inseparable from quality, and this mindset is mirrored in the way the staff practice their routines, rehearsing how to welcome clients, how to guide them through procedures, and how to ensure privacy and dignity are respected at every step. Beyond the internal preparations, external interest continues to grow steadily as industry observers begin commenting on how unusual yet promising it is for a major figure from the music world to invest directly in a clinical facility rather than limiting himself to endorsement deals or product launches. And their commentary highlights the seriousness required to navigate regulations and medical responsibilities, positioning SUGA's project as a potential model for how celebrities can responsibly diversify their careers into healthcare-related ventures. And such perspectives only strengthen the sense of anticipation surrounding the clinic's opening. At the same time, SUGA's musical activities do not come to a halt as he continues to attend studio sessions and collaborate on creative projects, balancing his dual commitments in a way that demonstrates both discipline and adaptability. And those around him remark on how seamlessly he transitions from long hours of artistic focus to detailed discussions about clinic operations, never appearing hurried, but instead carrying a steady rhythm that suggests he has embraced this dual path with clarity. By now, the clinic has also completed the legal inspections required for its license to operate, with government officials visiting to check equipment, safety standards, and staff qualifications. And the successful passing of these inspections marks a crucial milestone that lifts the pressure from the team, allowing them to shift attention toward marketing and public communication, areas where SUGA once again emphasizes restraint, requesting that promotional material be straightforward and informative rather than extravagant, because he believes the clinic's credibility should speak through its quality rather than excessive advertising. With the legal and operational foundation secured, SUGA begins to consider the timing of an official opening announcement, and discussions revolve around how to balance the event between media attention and the calm professionalism he wants to preserve, leading to plans for a modest opening ceremony attended by close associates and medical professionals rather than a lavish public spectacle, reflecting his personal style of understated confidence. In these final days of preparation, the building exudes a sense of readiness, with every floor polished and every detail reviewed. And SUGA, despite his ongoing obligations in music, takes quiet satisfaction in seeing the space transformed into a reflection of his vision, standing as a reminder that even within the fast-paced world of entertainment, it is possible to build something grounded, practical, and enduring. And so this stage concludes with a calm sense of achievement as the clinic stands on the edge of its official introduction to the public.